That was good.
That's good?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
For me, it's really important for Occupy UCLA to be happening because the way that the dialogue about education has been happening around the United States and maybe across the world is that education is about degrees and about jobs and not actually about any kind of critical thinking or teaching. Teaching is not really valued in higher education. Generally, especially in public institutions, who are feeling the number crunch because of finances. So we think that it's really important for us to get back to the actual mission of teaching.
What do you see when you look at the job market when you graduate? I mean, what do you see in that crystal ball?
I think it's really stressful. Even as a PhD student, I'm obviously a very privileged member of our society to be able to receive such advanced education.
Right.
But even for me, I don't know what kind of jobs are going to be out there for me when I graduate, especially because of the way that higher education is being further oriented towards more temporary positions for professors, taking away any kind of stability for teaching. And also just putting so much emphasis on research and getting grants. And it's not about what's actually happening in the classroom. It's not about engaging our students. So for me, it's a big stress. Like, how do I tailor my experience here? Because of course I want to live this awesome life of the mind, but at the same time, I'm a person. I need to pay rent, I need to buy food, and I need to live. So I'm very concerned about what kind of world I'm living in and what kind of world we as an institution of higher education are helping to produce.
What do you see on the horizon in a year and a half from now?
Year and a half from now, I hope I have a place where I can afford to live. I hope I have a community around me. That's great. Let's see. I don't know. I'm not really sure what to say. There's like a fundamental flaw in the way our system works that ends up bad for the 99% and ends up bad for like our public services, and that's what we need to fix. And like Prop 13 is like it's a step along that. And taxing the rich is a step along that.
Can you just describe to me briefly what Prop 13 entails?
Oh yeah, okay. So Prop 13 was from the late 70s, and it's a lot of the reason why California doesn't have any money right now, and it's so it required a 2/3 majority to 2/3 vote, not a majority, to raise taxes, but only a majority to lower taxes. So that's like we can't get any money for the state, and it also put a cap on corporate property taxes, which lost the state $8 billion every year. So like that's what we want to reform. It's a loophole, right? And so we want to get rid of that. That'll get the state $8 billion, and then get rid of 2/3 vote that's required, and that'll be able to. They'll also be able to bring in a lot more money, and that directly relates to like our school. Like that's how we're going to fund our schools. That's how we're going to
I like that. It's very practical.
Yeah, it's super practical. It's a very
pragmatic.
clear demand.